Happy Friday and good morning, Mixers. Welcome to Morning Mix. Thanks for joining us here. It's Cliff. It's Taylor.
It's me.
Yes. It better be you.
Yeah. Okay. Happy Friday, everybody. Made it to the end of a very hot week.
Oh, yeah. Guess what? The heat is on, as the late Glenn Fry used to say. As a matter of fact, so much going on. We're probably still looking at triple digits for the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
whether it's heat index or the actual temperature itself. To that point, we do want to mention this, and it's also online at our website at WRDW.com. There are a number of cooling centers that have been opened up in just the Augusta area alone, but there are other ones in Columbia County and Aiken County as well. But you can see there's 10 cooling centers that will be open throughout the summer. And you'll find that list, again, and more, online at WRDW.com if you need some additional help to stay cool during this summer. By the way, and we have a special guest, a four-legged guest that's going to be on in just a minute, but it is so hot. Make sure you're taking care of your pets.
Yes.
Check the ground if you're trying to walk them. Don't walk them during the day. That asphalt is incredibly hot.
If you wouldn't walk on the ground with your bare feet, don't.
Yeah, don't expect the dogs to as well. Right. And also check your neighbors too. If you have any elderly neighbors, check on them, make sure they're doing okay. We have a couple down my street, as a matter of fact. I always go over there and knock on the door and make sure everybody's cool.
Well, look at you.
Not pun intended, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on. And again, a big weekend coming up too. You got any plans?
I am literally just chilling out this weekend for the first time in maybe like 3 weeks. So
sometimes that's what you need to do.
I plan to go see Inside Out. So that's
the sequel. Okay, yeah, Inside Out too. That is like the biggest movie so far.
It's been jamming the box offices for the past weeks. So
it kicked Will Smith's butt. Put it that way. I've got I was trying to keep it secret. My wife is a big Little River Band fan, and of course, Little River Band playing tomorrow night at the Columbia County PAC. So she being from Pennsylvania, I contacted some of her friends. And I was like, okay, we'll get all the girlfriends come down, surprise her. I've got tickets for the show. My daughter's coming down from New York as well. And of course, you can't keep things like that secret because everybody talks. So now she knows. But now I've got a number of people at my house right now, and it's so hot.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to be doing that on Saturday. Might be going to this event that's on Sunday too that we're going to be talking about in just a couple of minutes as well. It being Friday, that means it's time to give away another Morning Mix mug. Congratulations to Annalise Carter, who has just joined our mug club, courtesy of All Weather Heating and Cooling. You'll be able to join our club if you'd like to, and just scan that QR code right there, or go to WRDW.com/morningmix and you can pick up a mug as well. We'd love to have everybody there since we're doing 2 a week now. Everybody wants them.
More chances for you to get one.
Exactly. A lot of stuff going on. Let's get into what's trending right now.
Well, Walgreens is set to close a substantial number of its roughly 8,600 locations across the United States. This comes as the drugstore chain looks to reset its struggling business. Walgreens didn't announce a specific number of store closures, but its CEO said Thursday it's planning significant closures of underperforming stores across the U.S.
That's right. CEO Tim Wentworth said the closures will focus on locations that aren't profitable, that are too close to each other, or stores that are struggling with shoplifting losses. We've seen a lot of that happen lately. Major drugstore chains have lost money in recent years because of declining profits from filling prescriptions. That's due to lower reimbursement rates for prescription drugs, as well as new competition from mail-order pharmacies. The front end of drugstores, where they sell all the snacks and the household supplies, you know, the impulse aisles.
Yeah.
That also faces pressure from the larger competitors like Target and the dollar stores. You know, they wonder about the stores being too close together here for Walgreens. The dollar stores
they're so close together.
There's a dollar store right next to the dollar store.
Yes, Dollar General. Then 5 minutes away. If you didn't catch that one, there's one down the road.
Yeah, just blink. You'll be there. We've seen a lot of this, and a lot of stores closing now. Red Lobster is closing a number of locations. You have. I heard there's a local chain that might be closing up actually in September that I hate to hear, and I'm not going to say who because I need to get confirmation on that.
Yeah, right.
But the more and more stores are closing because of you have the ability to get things online, and also the big box stores too.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about when it comes to prescriptions. Like of course, that's their big thing.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Everybody knows the Gerber baby. Well, the 2024 Gerber baby has been chosen now. I think it's Akil McLeod. Oh, I like that name. who's also known as Sonny. The 1-year-old from Arizona loves reading his squishy ABC book and watching football with his family.
Oh, he is adorable. The company says Sonny's smile captured their hearts, and that's why his face will be seen on Gerber's marketing campaigns and social media channels this year. The family of the Gerber baby wins a $25,000 prize and free products from Gerber and other companies.
You better put that in a 529 for the college
I hope
fund.
so. Oh, he is so cute.
Look at that. And we think it's hot here. He lives in Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
No, thank you.
I didn't
Thank you
even,
very much.
but I didn't know that they get $25,000. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, you would figure your face on everything Gerber would be enough.
Exactly.
Well, you know, there's diapers to buy and bills to pay and things like that too.
Well, it might be a shock to some people, but we're just a week away from the 4th of July.
I know.
The heat definitely tells it, but the holiday travel period is expected to be the busiest ever at the nation's airports. TSA is predicting it will screen 32 million flyers over the nearly 2-week period, and that's just one part of summer travel.
The industry group Airlines for America says U.S. carriers plan to fly more than 26,000 flights daily this summer. That's about 1,400 more a day over last summer's travel levels. With airports and planes jammed, you want to know what airlines offer the most space per seat to help make your flight even a bit more comfortable? Travel website Upgraded Points recently listed which carriers have the most and the least amount of legroom.
Okay, so JetBlue was ranked number 1, Southwest 2nd, Delta 3rd, and American and United were right behind Delta.
That's a little surprising.
JetBlue first is very surprising to me.
I do plan on flying a little bit later this summer.
Okay.
But you won't get me, not during a holiday. Oh gosh, no. No. With all the delays and everything.
Extreme stress right there.
You talk about road rage, flight rage. We've seen all the videos there with people, and I always get the kid behind me just kicking the seat.
Oh no.
All the time.
Or the crying baby.
Yeah, now I did one time, I turned around and I did the whole.
Did he stop?
No.
Okay.
Apparently
Guess it doesn't work.
Apparently my my RBF is not that good. Apparently. Speaking of 4th of July, that's our social question for you this morning. What are your 4th of July plans? Are you heading to the beach like some of our guests? Are you going to be performing probably over there? What are you going to be doing? Tell us on our Facebook page at Morning Mix WRDW on Facebook, and we'll check out your answers at the end of this morning's show.
Well, you have another chance to save a furry friend, and this time it's in Barnwell County. We're talking to the Barnwell County Animal Shelter when Morning Mix returns.
There. One.
No. Come here.
Thanos.
There you go.
Here it is. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. All right, I got him.
Perfect.
Come on.
Yeah, close.
What else?
Yep. Thanks, sir.
You can't go with everybody that you see, boo boo.
Well, you can, but.
You can, just know.
Let's see. You want to go over the questions real quick? Oh. Gotcha. All right.
Thanos.
Go over some of the questions here. Let's talk about the current shelter statistics there. Is it over, grab it?
Yes.
I mean, we always get Aiken County to come into. Sorry? Erica, raise your hand. So our guy in the camera can see.
Okay.
We'll talk about the current statistics. What kind of help do you need from the community to change your stats? You have a program for veterans offering no-cost adoptions. Tell us about Pets for Vets. That'll be the third question. Fourth question, how critical is it for pet owners to spay and neuter their animals? And other programs or events that you have throughout the year, if you want to go through those as well. And then where do people go to learn more about the help?
Well, there are a number of dogs and cats across our area waiting to find their forever homes, and even more shelters over capacity as they work to pair the animals with their new families.
One of those shelters currently over capacity is across the river at the Barnwell County Animal Shelter, and here today to tell us about their programs and the current state of animals in need of adoption in that area, medical manager of Barnwell County Animal Shelter, Erica Ellis, and board member and events coordinator for the shelter, Dawn Keeney, and a special guest as well here. Ladies, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And who have you brought here today?
We have Thanos.
Thanos.
Thanos. He is a Great Dane pit mix, and he's roughly 2.5 years old.
And he's the sweetest dog in the world. And I can say factually, he gives the best kisses.
Aw. And just tell us a little bit about his story. You were telling us he's the longest.
He's one of our longest residents that we've had. He is the sweetest. He might be big, but he is full of love. He was found as a stray. He is good with kids. He's good with dogs. He loves everybody, as you can tell.
Oh, yeah. You can come over here. It's
Yes,
okay.
we're talking
Come on
about
over here.
you.
That's all right. What are the current shelter statistics at Barnwell County?
So right now we're not too bad, but we have roughly 36 dogs in our shelter, and we have 8 in foster, and then 39 foster cats, and 9 in our foster, in our care right now.
He's a lap dog, too.
He is a huge lap dog.
What kind of help do you need from the community to help change the stats? I know
Fosters.
you're okay. Fosters.
Major fosters. Anything to kind of help get them more socialized, more out and about, see how they do in a home, and that just saves us more room at the shelter as well.
Now, you have a program that's going on right now for veterans for no-cost adoptions. Tell us a little bit about Pets for Vets.
Okay, that is actually a program that for months now I've been trying to get the resources to put together. Currently, my husband's a veteran. He suffers from, the PTSD from service. It all came to me because we had gotten a foster that was only supposed to be with me for 2 weeks. That was it. Well, that was 2 years ago. Whenever my husband starts to get a little, off, like he's, something has triggered him, this dog will not leave his side. He's not trained to be, but he will curl up in my husband's armpit. He won't move.
They have that sense.
They have the sense.
Yeah.
So that's what really, inside of me, really started, we don't have a lot of those programs in our area at all. Yet we have so many dogs that have so much love to give. Let's try to put it all together.
Yeah, let's pair them up together.
Let's pair them up together. It's basically, in a lot of ways, let's save 2 lives at once.
Now, do you have to be a Barnwell County resident to participate in this if you're a veteran?
No, we are opening it up to the other counties closer to us,
Right.
in our area. I have already gone and I've spoken with a veteran meeting last week about it. They were very excited about it. The only thing that we're going to ask you for is, bring us your DD-214. Let's make sure that your ID and your DD-214
That everything is legit.
legit.
Yeah.
You have an honorable discharge. If you are active military, please bring us your ID. We do understand that people do get deployed. We are still working on putting together fosters that will foster while a
Okay.
military member has been deployed.
So good assistance for that as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically what you're going to do is you can come to the shelter. You can pick an animal either as to be trained as a service dog or just as a companion. You have your choice. We have a wonderful organization in Augusta that has offered to do all of our training for the veterans at no cost to the veteran. So basically what you're going to do is you can pick an animal from us. We're going to refer you over there. You're going to be able to train if you want to do a service. Now, if you want to do a companion, just come see us.
So
We're going to
just
match you up.
Check out all that information. We're quickly running out of time here, though. Any other programs or events that you have throughout the year with Barnwell County Shelter?
Last week of July is Pick Me, South Carolina, where we're going to kind of try to clear out the shelter. Keeping a check on our Facebook page, you're always going to see events that we pop up with. I know adoption events, we do a lot of those through Barnwell Tractor Supply. They've been wonderful of hosting them. I want to say the last Saturday of the month, we're going to do a Cone with a Pup at Yanni's in Kalo's Ice Cream in town. So that
Okay.
would be a fun event.
All right, definitely check that out. And Pets for Vets happening the first and third Wednesday of the month. Definitely check that out. Find the information on Facebook, or you can give them a call when you find that information on the social media too. Ladies, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you.
And thanks, Thanos.
Just walking around
He's
the
checking around the
studio.
kitchen. He's looking for stuff. Hey, this Sunday evening, the Augusta Riverwalk will come alive with the music of Broadway and more. We talk with the director of the Vienna Light Orchestra next. You're watching Morning Mix. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm Steve.
Taylor, nice to meet you.
Taylor's nice to meet you.
We're going to take a real quick picture. You're watching Morning Mix. Saturday evening, prepare yourself for a musical roller coaster experience. The Vienna Light Orchestra performing the iconic music from the movie The Greatest Showman and numerous hits from Broadway.
The orchestra, and it's honestly much more than an orchestra, will be performing tomorrow night at the Jesse Norman Amphitheater on Augusta's Riverwalk. Tickets are going fast, and joining us this morning is Vienna Light Orchestra Director Steve Bratton. Steve, thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you.
Good to meet you here, and what a very cool event that's going to be happening tomorrow night. This orchestra has traveled all over the world. You've been in Scotland, Montenegro, Albania. You finally made it to Augusta. So give us a brief history of the Vienna Light Orchestra.
Yeah, well, we are a theatrical orchestra, an ensemble of about 15 players and vocalists. And we take some of the world's most popular music, and we often will replace lyrics with lyrical instruments, and they will play the lead lines. And it's costumes, energy, lots of movement, dancing, singing, so we have a lot of fun with the music.
Lots of candles, as you can see on the on the screen as well, too.
Yes.
And the orchestra is unique in that it purposely reaches out to those who aren't familiar with this music and approach. So how do you do that?
Yeah, well, we do it just with the excitement of the music and the popularity of the music. And then we have our patrons are all ages, 6-year-olds, 7, all the way up to the 90s. So it appeals to all ages. It's not the typical sit down in the circle that we're accustomed to when you say orchestra. So
right.
it's again, theatrical orchestra and with popular music, and it seems to do the job. So.
And tomorrow night, Jesse Norman Amphitheater is where everything's going to happen on the Riverwalk. What's in store for audience members tomorrow night?
Good weather.
Yes, that's why it's going to be at 8:30.
Good weather, and I love the venue. Just saw it for the first time. It's on the river here in Augusta, so I think the temperatures are going to be nice. The setting is beautiful. Mm-hmm. Just saw it for the first time. The amphitheater is an architectural wonder as far as I'm concerned. They're on the river. So the view is beautiful. The lighting is going to, I think, be spectacular there in that venue as well. So lots of music, lots of energy. The Greatest Showman music is so popular. We have world-class musicians from 7 different countries that will be performing, and the singers are excellent. The pedigree of the musicians is second to none. So I think the audience is going to be in for quite the treat.
And like you said, great venue, going to be a beautiful night
Absolutely.
there. And to set the tone, like you mentioned, The Greatest Showman, what drew you to the soundtrack of that movie?
It's so positive, and I think it's something that we need in the world today.
Right.
It's inclusion for all. The music is so energetic, and some of the music actually stayed at the top of the charts worldwide for 37 weeks, never enough. So it's second to none. The musical has gone on to become one of the most popular musicals in the world right now, and so we enjoy playing it. It's a lot of percussion, lots of drums. The lyrical part of the instruments is contagious, and so the audience has come already knowing the music.
Right.
So there's lots of singing along and dancing, and it's just a good time for
It's
everyone.
going to be an amazing venue and an amazing show for this. Reviews, by the way, have been amazing. Your performances, again, the mixture of theater, music, and vocals. You have a residency of sorts in Charleston right now.
Of sorts is right, because we're in and out. I would love, it's not a residency in that we are just there. We played the MGM at Fenway in Boston, and then we're back. So we're flying from one venue to the next. It's not like the old-fashioned tour where you get on the bus and you can enjoy being together. So there's a lot of travel, like we were talking about, and you were mentioning flying.
Right.
And I just do this.
Good luck to you and all your instruments.
So, yes, flying can be a challenge, but we are flying from one venue to the next now, performing. So we're just excited to be in Augusta.
And we're happy to have you here. What's in the future for VLO?
Wow. Well, this year we did over 70 shows last year. This year shaping up to be a little stronger than that. We go from here to Lakeland, Florida, then on to Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, and we're back and forth to Charleston, so Little Rock, Denver, and on. We've got 4 albums that are to be released this year.
Wow.
We do Christmas music as well. So
you really nothing going on.
no, that's just about it. We're going to kind of take it easy.
Everything
this year.
going on. Everything going on.
Yeah.
Let's quickly recap the information again for tomorrow night. Vienna Light Orchestra performing at the Jesse Norman Amphitheater. Showtime at 8:30. You want to get there probably about an hour early to make sure that you can get the best spots to enjoy this great show. ViennaLightOrchestra.com is where you go for your tickets and all the info. And Steve, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'd love to have you back next time you hit Augusta.
Thank you so much.
Coming up, June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. What are 3 tips that you can do to improve your brain health? We'll go over those steps next. You're watching Morning Mix. We'll be right back. You're watching Morning Mix. As more baby boomers approach or exceed the age of 65, they're at increased risk for Alzheimer's disease, since age is the greatest known risk factor for developing dementia. Unfortunately, though, there are steps people of all ages can take to reduce their risk of developing dementia, efforts that can help delay or even prevent potential onset of this deadly disease.
Anup K. Sharma, Market Chief Medical Officer for Alabama, South Carolina, and Georgia at United Healthcare, Medicare, and Retirement, spoke with us about steps to take to reduce the risk of developing dementia and more.
Good morning, Dr. Sharma. We appreciate some time. Thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Let's talk about this. It's June, National Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. Why is this month and cause so important to our health, Dr. Sharma?
It's really related to Alzheimer's and, the impact that it can have on many of us. There are nearly 7 million Americans that are suffering from this disease every day. So the more we can do to prevent it, the better for us. It is devastating for many. And by 2060, we'll have about 14 million Americans with the illness.
Wow.
Wow. And so how can people prevent that? How can they take control of their brain health? And what are some easy, actionable tips for the people watching at home?
Well, one, knowing that it is an area that they can impact themselves. So some simple things that they can do is exercise. Having the ability to get out activities outside, exercise, which actually helps them control their blood pressure, hopefully avoid diabetes, obesity, as those are the more common risk factors that will cause others to develop Alzheimer's. The other parts are lifestyle changes, eating healthy. Also, getting enough sleep will also make a difference. One of the other areas that many may not be aware of is really related to their hearing. Having their hearing tested will actually make a difference. That's been found in recent studies.
Let's take a step back here to when we're talking about sleeping here. How important, Dr. Sharma, is sleep to our mental health and brain health, and why should we be prioritizing that?
So nearly 35% of Americans are just not getting enough sleep. We have many distractions, be it our TV, reading in bed, but ultimately we're just not sleeping because we're over-caffeinating ourselves. And when all is said and done, you really need to have enough sleep to let the brain recharge. And that's a very critical area that we're all missing together.
Well, where can people go for more health and well-being information about brain health and Alzheimer's in general?
You can actually go to uhc.com and actually provides a lot of information for everyone to really support their brain health and also all their health needs.
Market Chief Medical Officer for United Healthcare, Medicare, and Retirement. It is Dr. Anup Sharma. Thank you so much, Sharma, for all the information. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, time to check in, see how our weather is looking this weekend with First Alert meteorologist Mikkel Hannah Harding. How are we doing there, Mikkel?
Well, Cliff, we hit 93 yesterday, so that's a lot better than 103 that we hit the day before and 100 before that on Tuesday. So definitely was a cooler day yesterday, but still pretty hot, sticky, and rather seasonal for this time of year. A pretty gloomy look up at the lake right now. We see a lot of low-hanging clouds, and there was a lot of fog out here earlier for this morning. Across the area, we're doing better in terms of fog, but still some areas of patchy fog. Anywhere you see less than a 10 on this graphic, and up there around Wilkes County, some dense fog still lingering down to about 1.5 miles of visibility right now. As far as current temperatures, those are in the 70s and even some low 80s creeping in despite cloud cover around the region. We'll see high temperatures for today, somewhat seasonal once again in those low 90s. Still see heat index values well to near 100, and then tracking the chance again for some of those hit or miss showers and storms for your afternoon and evening. Could see a shower or two lingering into game time tonight for the Green Jackets baseball, but yesterday I believe they stayed mostly dry, and hopefully tonight we can do that again. It'll be mild and muggy for the game as it wraps up, and it's Faith and Family Night and also Feature Friday at SRP Park as the Green Jackets continue their series against the Charleston River Dogs. This weekend, though, going to be very hot, very humid. We're looking at highs in the low to mid 90s, some pretty decent rainfall chances as well, and talking about heat index values well into that 100 plus range. So we're looking at Saturday right here as we head throughout the afternoon. Could see heat index values near 103 to 105 and even above that 105 plus. As we head towards your Sunday, it looks even hotter with those heat index values closer to 105 earlier in the day, and then we'll see those kind of ramping up possibly closer to about 108 for some locations. So we could see heat advisories issued for our Saturday and Sunday for select counties around the region because those heat index values would be really close to heat index criteria. But just a reminder that heat is the #1 weather-related killer when it comes to weather-related fatalities. Over a 30-year average, and even last year, we lost 207 people to some intense heat. So just be sure to take that threat seriously. But right now, looking at our setup, we do have a stalled frontal boundary across our area. Still tracking the front to our north and west. Saw a couple of showers this morning, and now just tracking one downpour just outside Hancock County, scooting on by, it looks like near Lake Oconee. We do have the threat for more showers and storms today and tomorrow. A severe threat comes back as we head towards our Sunday. So definitely have our weather app downloaded, have a way to receive alerts, and interactive radar could be really useful through this weekend. But looking hot still, unfortunately, and 4th of July looks drier but hotter. So
okay,
don't know if that's good.
So the social question this morning is, what are your plans for 4th of July? You got any plans?
Working first, and then after I get off, off. I don't know. I guess maybe go see some fireworks that evening somewhere.
Yeah, I have a feeling there'll be some.
Yeah, exactly.
Move in the park
As long as
at
it's dry.
Evans Town Center.
Maybe you have to go there.
From the park, the downtown, the city of Augusta will be doing their downtown 4th of July celebration
I'm
too.
just getting in the car and driving around.
You just go around.
You'll definitely see 'em.
Yeah. Thompson will be, Thompson Freedom Blast, that'll be the next day on the 5th. Even Aiken will be doing some stuff too. So yeah, plenty of fireworks to go around.
Sounds good to me.
Exactly. Thank you, Mikkel.
No problem.
Well, summer's here and the time is right to check those finances. When we return, we'll take a look at ways for you to save. You're watching Morning Mix. We'll be right back.
Well, summer is officially here, and many people are thinking of vacations and fun in the sun. But news business analyst Jill Schlesinger says it's also a good time to examine your finances for ways to save.
Many people have their money in low interest accounts, but there are much better options for growing your savings. Interest rates have remained at 23-year highs for almost 2 years, but not for long. Before the Federal Reserve starts to cut, check out high-yield savings accounts, money markets, or certificates of deposit. You may be able to earn 4 or 5% on your money. Next, although inflation is slowing, the cost of home and auto insurance has skyrocketed. To save, consider bundling home and auto plans to get a better price. And look for discounts. Many providers will lower your rates if you make upgrades like storm windows or a security system. Car owners with older vehicles may want to consider cutting back on certain parts of their coverage to save. Finally, it's time to cancel unwanted subscriptions once and for all. Many people sign up for a free trial but forget to cancel before they get charged. Double check your credit card bills to make sure you're not paying for any services you don't want or need. In New York, I'm CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
I think that last point, people get burned on more than they realize.
The free trials?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Because the free trial will be like it'll be free, and then it'll be like $69.99.
Oh yeah.
After.
No, and you're sitting there like, what? Where did this go? And it's also a good thing to do to check and actually get you in the habit. Always check your credit card bills. Sometimes you get charged twice at a gas station or something you don't realize, and so yeah, definitely check that out. But yeah, as far as the interest rate she's concerned, that she's talking about, yeah, get that 5% if you can. All right. All right, patients at one North Texas hospital may be in for a shock when they step into an examination room now. Instead of consulting with their doctor in person, they'll be talking to them via a hologram.
Sounds crazy, but Sydney Persing has a closer look at the technology that is a first of its kind.
At first glance, Crescent Regional looks like any other hospital. But there is something here that sets it seriously apart.
Hi, Mr. Modi. Good afternoon. How are you today?
I feel good actually, in fact.
You're looking at Dr. Saad Hussein.
Okay, nice.
Just not in the flesh.
I looked at your EKG, your electrocardiogram, that looks good.
He has teleported to this hospital in Lancaster from several cities over.
Malfunction was good, so...
To meet with a patient via hologram.
Do you have any questions?
In 3D, real time, and life size.
It's a great technology.
Crescent's CEO Raji Kumar says her hospital is the first in the nation to ever do it.
I'm super excited of being able to bring some of this technology to North Texas.
It is clearly cool,
Yeah.
but what's the point? Well, here's an example. The hospital has a clinic 45 minutes away in Farmers Branch. Instead of driving back to the hospital for a simple pre-op, post-op, or follow-up appointment.
Our doctors in the north side of town don't have to drive 30 miles to see one of their patients. They can just hop into the studio and they can have a consult.
Dr. Hussein and Crescent's other providers can now simply step into the clinic's studio.
You just turn it on and then they let you know that the patient is already there.
Where a monitor, mic, and camera
And you can do the examination and stuff on the video call.
teleport them to the hospital.
And this is what we are using it for now.
Kumar plans to put more studios in doctors' offices and homes.
It's like kind of you're face to face.
And more holoboxes in her hospital.
I was looking at your chart.
So doctors can teleport directly into patient and emergency rooms.
When I see the patient live there in the emergency room, that will give me more sense that what is going on over there.
In an interview via the holobox, Dr. Hussein told me a hologram is as close to in-person as it gets.
And patient is seeing you and it's look more like closer to reality than definitely patients feel more comfortable, you know.
It is all very new, of course.
Oh yes, yeah.
There are lots of questions.
Definitely in future there'll be more things coming day by day, so.
For now, we know there is a hospital here at home testing new technology.
Okay, good to see you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
That could change the future of medicine.
Brave new world.
Now, before we get into it, the CEO of Crescent Regional says she hopes to add the technology to a mobile van and take it to undeserved areas. I like that part.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, I know you can do the telehealth.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter does it up in New York because try to get a doctor's appointment up in New York. But, you know, you do that. But this, like he says, it seems much more personable.
And you can see the person's body and their body language, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the next step, beam me up, Scotty. I mean, that's what's going to happen. They'll be actually teleporting people from place to place. Here it comes, folks. Get ready. All right, a whole bunch of entertainment news on the way, plus which band is the latest to pull the plug on their summer tour. That and more coming up next here on Morning Mix.
Well, in today's entertainment news, 2 comedy legends and a lost Johnny Cash album. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Songwriter is a collection of demos Johnny Cash recorded more than 30 years ago but never released. The video for Hello Out There was filmed at the Tennessee cabin where Cash would write and record, and features his youngest granddaughter, Grace, exploring her grandparents' personal belongings. Songwriter is out today. Ricky Gervais has announced a new comedy world tour. Mortality is set to launch later this year and run through the end of 2025. It'll be filmed for a Netflix special like his last stand-up show, Armageddon, which won a Golden Globe. Happy birthday, Mel Brooks. The National Medal of the Arts recipient and Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony winner turns 98 today. And he's still going strong, working on a sequel to his sci-fi comedy, Spaceballs. Rewatching Blazing Saddles yet again in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Literally one of the greatest movies of all time, Blazing Saddles.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
Somebody can fight me on that, I don't care. You could not make that today. Let's just say that. Okay. But yeah, happy 98th birthday to Mel Brooks. And I can't believe there is actually going to be a Spaceballs sequel. Have you seen the first one?
I haven't, so I have to watch it.
Well, you have a little time to catch up.
Well, there we go.
Okay. Longtime rockers Neil Young and Crazy Horse, they are canceling the remainder of their North American tour. In a statement posted to Young's website, they say a couple of band members become ill and they need time to fully recover. The Love Earth concert tour kicked off in April and was the band's first in more than a decade.
The cancellations include 2 festivals they were supposed to headline in September, Southern California's Ohana Festival and the Bourbon and Beyond Festival in Louisville, Kentucky. The statement says the band hopes to play some of the missed dates once they're ready to perform again.
They played, it was not too long ago, they were at the Ameris Bank Amphitheater. And I had some friends that went and they said it was absolutely amazing. You don't get the old guys like that on the stage much more nowadays.
Hopefully they can get back out there. Yep. Well, Graceland is back in the news. The Tennessee Attorney General's office has turned over its investigation into the failed Graceland foreclosure to federal investigators. According to a statement from the Attorney General's office, they looked into Elvis Presley's Graceland estate. Tennessee officials found it was a matter best suited for federal law enforcement.
It comes after Presley's granddaughter, actress Riley Keough, filed a lawsuit in May against a company claiming to hold the deed to the property. According to court documents, Nosani Investments claim Lisa Marie Presley, who passed away in 2023, used the estate as collateral to secure a nearly $4 million loan. The company says she failed to repay it. Keough claimed fraud and sued to protect the estate from foreclosure. The Department of Justice declined to comment. I remember talking about this, last month, a month and a half ago, where they were trying to contact this investment team, and all they kept getting was a fast busy signal. Nobody can find anybody from the investment. I call that fraud.
That's a little, sketch.
Why would you even need to involve the federal, the FBI with that stuff? Hey, another Hollywood strike has been averted. The International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, also known as the IATSE, they've reached a tentative agreement with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers back on Tuesday night. The deal has been more than 3 months in the making.
IATSC leaders say the agreement includes proposed changes to the scale rate, with hourly workers set to receive triple pay when any workday exceeds 15 elapsed hours. The tentative agreement also includes new guidelines around artificial intelligence and streaming residuals, along with additional funding for the motion picture industry, pension and health plans to address a $670 million funding gap.
The provisional agreement must now be ratified by the union's membership. The IATSE labor union represents more than 170,000 people in the entertainment industry in the U.S. and in Canada. I'm glad to see this. I've got friends that work in the business, and I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but the days can be incredibly long.
Yes.
You can go 18 hours at a time.
Yes. I have a friend who works in the business too, and long days. And then also with the pay, you just never know when your next job is going to come. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So a little security there for them. Hey, when we come back, our friend Share Best, we'll take a look at events in our area this weekend, and we'll look at your answers to our social question. What are your plans for 4th of July? Morning Mix will be right back. it's another weekend full of great entertainment and family fun here in the CSRA. Movies, music, and more.
Here's Sure Best with your entertainment in the mix.
Tonight, grab your kids and lawn chairs and blankets for Movies on the Green. That's 7:30 at the Augusta Common with fun activities, inflatables, games, and face painting, and a whole lot more. The movie starts at dusk. Admission is free. Saturday, gospel music lovers can enjoy the 3rd Annual Quartet Music Awards at the Miller Theater. The event celebrates the success and accomplishments of artists, hosts, and legends in the gospel music genre of quartets. Doors open at 3 p.m. and the show starts at 5. For tickets, visit MillerTheaterAugusta.com or the box office. Also Saturday, Little River Band fans can enjoy their chart-topping hits from the 70s and 80s at 7:30 at the Columbia County Performing Arts Center. LRB continues to deliver distinctive harmonic and vocal abilities under the direction of lead vocalist bass player Wayne Nelson. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster or the box office. Chapel Hill has found a way to gift wrap their Mississippi roots and Louisiana spice and share it all with the listeners around the world. You can get a taste of this sensational trio on Saturday, 7:30 p.m. at the 3-Star Vineyard and Orchard in Johnston, South Carolina. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. On Sunday, it's the Candlelight Music Series, 7:30 p.m. at the Augusta Common, featuring Crystal Mendengal and Vibe Theory. Admission is just $10, and tickets are available at AugustaGA.gov. Lawn chairs, picnic baskets, and blankets are welcome. I'm Cher Best of 96.3 KISS FM, encouraging you to create a fantastic weekend, and that is your entertainment in the mix.
Little goof up there on the screen, the very first one, the Movies on the Green. That is actually tonight, not tomorrow night, so be sure you check that out, all right? Hey, before we go, thanks to all of our guests. Nice to meet Thanos. Go get him at the Barnwell County Animal Shelter. Let's check out your answers to our social question for this morning. What are your 4th of July plans? Tell us. Let's see what's happening. Greg Power. Hey, Greg. Finishing my shift, coming home to a neighborhood showdown with an amazing fireworks display. Okay,
all
it's
right,
on.
that sounds fun. Robert, looks like a history lesson here. He says, as South Carolinians, we should first celebrate June 28th, the day that we defeated the British Navy at Charleston.
Okay. Well, then go ahead and do that today. All right. Thanks, Robert. Nate, hey, my birthday is July 2nd, so I'll be celebrating it with a cookout and friends on the 4th. Happy birthday, Nate.
John says, not sure yet, possibly going to the Freedom Blast in Thompson.
Good place to check that out on Friday. Fireworks and family on the 4th, and on the 5th, church, July 4th gathering. So
Chris says he has an appointment with a hot dog and a sparkler because America.
Okay. Carol, celebrating with my boyfriend's family, sitting on the dock and watching the fireworks from downtown Augusta. Very nice.
Okay, Renee looks like she's going to spend the day in bed.
I wish I could do that myself, I tell you what. And one last one, Michelle, participating in the 4th of July neighborhood golf cart parade and watching the fireworks. Hey, guys, have yourselves a great, great weekend, and we will catch you here on Monday.
And happy Friday, end of the week.